Hey everyone, it's Elaine. I am here with my July results for the collaborative of my 2019 goals. The collaborative was with Cool Cakes and Crafts with Amalia. We have some wonderful, talented ladies that are part of this collaborative, and you're going to see their information below. Okay? Now, we have lost a couple of people. I have to tell you, even though we all enjoy playing and crafting, it can get away from you. But I've given my word to Amalia that I'm going to do this for the year. Even if I don't really have a whole lot to say, she deserves you to keep your promise, and that's what I'm going to do. That's just how I am. It's my opinion. Nothing against anybody else, but I'm going to do it. So the word that she gave us for the month of July, going into August now, is change. So I thought about it. What about change? Do I need to change my goals? Do I need to change the direction I'm headed in? Do I need to change my attitude? Do I need to, change focus of what I'm doing? Probably on everything. But that's the one good thing about being artsy and crafty. You can do what you want to do. You can change from maybe playing with clay to playing in a journal to playing with wood, making signs. You can do what you want to do. And I pay my own way. I don't have to worry about anybody else. So I can do what I want to do. So change for me is not necessarily a big deal. But that's our word, so we'll focus on it. Now, I do want to go over my list. I will say that July was tough for me. The other months leading up to July have been a little challenging, but July, I guess it was it being summer and there's so much to do and being out and about, it was hard to come in here and sit down at this darn desk and be productive in a creative way. It was hard for me. Excuse me. But I did the best I could. The first weekend in July, I was off from Wednesday through that Sunday. We had a long 4th of July week at work. But that Saturday, I went up to my friend Pam's house, and Dee joined us, and we just played and talked and had lunch and chatted, and they gave me some tips. I tried to get them to take fabric, all those fabric samples I get. So that kind of was not a productive day as far as me sitting here, but it was a great day as far as meeting with friends and like-minded friends as well, that both of them are very creative. Like, I cannot begin to tell you. So I needed that. So that was the first weekend. The next weekend, I didn't really do necessarily a whole lot. I've been focusing on the retreat that's happening the first full week in August that I'm going to in Alabama. And actually, when this video airs, I will be packing my vehicle to leave the next day for that retreat. So that's kind of where my attention has been going. And it's hard to pack for a retreat when you do what you want to do. You don't have to worry about anybody having a class that you don't really want to do, or, I don't know, playing in something that you're not interested in, having something kind of pushed at you that you don't have an interest in. We are going to do what we want to do. Now, we have some classes planned. The participants are all volunteering just a half hour each to teach some different things that they do throughout the day, and or throughout the week, excuse me. And so that'll be fun, and you can participate or not participate. As I've told them all, this is your vacation. If you want to go to a little class, you can. We sold out and actually had a waiting list, and took 2 other individuals that kind of put us over our limit, but we are glad to have them and just make it that much more fun. So now back to my goals, because let me think then. The third week, was the expo. I showed you in a the earlier video, things that I picked up. So that was cool. I have played with my paint a little bit. That's where use what I have comes in. I have a lot of paint, especially like that craft paint. And yeah, some of it's getting old and clumpy. So I think I showed you all before, I bought some Floetrol, and I've been thinning out the paint with that. And I probably have, I know I've gotten rid of probably at least 30 bottles, and I got rid of all those little jars that I really focused on getting rid of. So that was great. So in that case, I've used what I have. And then the last weekend of July was totally focused on getting all my ducks lined up in a row. I had pretty much gathered the paper and stuff that I wanted to take. Again, a ton of scraps. I might come back with smaller scraps, but I'm going to use those scraps, by golly. So, using what I have, yes. Not be wasteful, check. Finished journals I have started. I have finished every journal that I have started through the years, with the exception of this one. And I kind of forgot about this one, I think, in the last video. And this is just an old book. I don't even remember if I took any pages out of it. Yes, I did. I took some out to make it a little thinner. But this book was just to put things in. No rhyme or reason. It's just one of those things, I think, just to alleviate the stress at the end of the day. I probably started this book, and I'm not kidding when I say this, probably 10 years ago. And, you know, people are always like, oh, my journals, I never finish and whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this one, yeah, at least 6 years ago for sure, just from that date, 2013. So, it's pretty old. And, my goal on this one then is to have it finished by the end of the year, to an acceptable point that I could put it up on the shelf and walk away and call it done. Now, I know there's plenty of you out there that are probably like me, that really no journal is finished unless you sell it to someone and it's not in your possession any longer. I go back to journals all the time and, oh, let me add a little something there, or let me add a little something there. So, end of the year for this one, because there's a lot in here to be done. So I will probably start carrying this one with me everywhere I go, to either scribble in it or paint in it or stick a sticker in it, something. So I've got one more to go. Keep organized. Now, I've done pretty well. My goal, as I had told you all before, was to at least keep my work area clean, that I could sit down and do something if I wanted to do it. I've pretty much kept that. Now, the perimeter of my glass board here is a little piled up, and I'll work on that when I finish here today. But I've been kind of piling things up on the corner over there on the floor. I need to quit doing that too, but I really believe that once I get everything together for this retreat, I have myself, Dee gave me 2 boxes, and Pam threw some stuff in there too, to share with the ladies for the give and take table. And I know I myself probably have 4 boxes for the give and take table and 1 box for yard sale. So that's going to help me get rid of some things too that I don't really need and not be wasteful. We do have some new people that are going to be attending the retreat that have never made journals before but want to. So giving them papers and things like that will help them get started in that direction. So I'm glad to do that. Find the time. July was tough, as I said, 2 weekends pretty much away from home. Then the other 2 weekends focused on getting the retreat done. I did do some of the pour painting, like I said, and I'm going to show you all of that. That's a new journal that I'm working on. I'll show you all that sometime in the future. I have been able to, post 1 video a week, like I said, and I've been able to keep up with the collaborative video once a month. So I'm pretty good with my goals. Let me see here if there's anything on here I want to talk about. This will be my second of the 3rd retreats. I do have the 3rd retreat for the first weekend in December planned, and my deposit's been sent. So, been able to keep up 2 hours a week. Depends on what you say that means. Art related, yeah, packing up for the retreat and getting things ready. Kind of borderline. Shopping, not necessarily. But, like I said, those 2 weeks were fun. I know you're probably wondering about these tassels right here. These Dee sent to me, again, to show me ways to use up scrap fabric. Now, these are really fine fabrics that she has, and some beads that she's added to them. I'm going to be checking all this out, figuring out how she did this. And this one is like a lot of ribbon for the most part, so that's pretty cool. I have a lot of different kinds of ribbon. And, again, a way to use up scrap. And she's so funny, too. She always wraps everything so nice. They were rolled up in the tissue when she sent it to me. So that's another way that I'm going to use some scrap. So I guess that's really it for my goals for July. And meeting my deadline to post that today, August the 4th. And the keyword is change, so I think I got things not necessarily changed, but going in the right direction. And I will, I guess, see you next month. Please subscribe to me and give me a thumbs up on this video. And also check out those other ladies that are part of this collaborative. They deserve some lovins too. And, you know, give them a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell them Elaine sent you. I'll be seeing you down the road next month, and come and check me out and see what else I got planned. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.